In the shadow of Mount Olympus tonight, one of the great rivalries in high school football in the state of Utah. It's Skyline and Olympus, the Battle of the Rock, here on KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app. David James, along with Riley Jensen. And Riley, you've coached football at multiple schools. You know about rivalries at multiple schools, and this is right up there with the best of them across the state.
Oh, no question. You got Olympus. You got Coach Casey Evans, a former University of Utah star. You got Brandon Matich, who's a very well-respected coach. And then when you start digging into the coaching staffs, you got Haloti Nada, who's probably a first-ballot Hall of Famer. He's got his kids playing on the team. On the other side, you've got all kinds of University of Utah football players. So not only is this a rivalry for the kids, it's a rivalry for the coaches. It's bragging rights for the whole week.
Did we talk to anyone tonight in any official position who should remain nameless who expects this game to be chippy? Kind of goes without saying, right?
It will be a little bit chippy. You hope that your team will keep it under control, that you'll be the team that, rises above when it gets chippy. And if you're not the team that's chippy, you got to make sure you don't react to it, because it's easy to get drawn into that in a really close-fought rivalry game.
Penalties were an issue for Skyline last week as they lost their opener at Stansbury 14. It was a winnable game. Talking to Brandon Matich before the game, he was lamenting the fact they outgained Stansbury, but they undid themselves with 19 penalties, 185 yards, a couple of turnovers, and they've got to clean it up, eliminate the mistakes, and then they give themselves a chance to win.
Well, and 4 of those penalties were pass interference penalties, but those aren't the ones that you get mad about. The ones you get mad about, linemen downfield, offsides, holding, things that you can control. Look, referees are going to call pass interference from time to time, and some of those things happen. But you got to make sure that you control what you can control, and offsides, holding, and linemen downfield you can control.
Captains meeting at midfield. Get the coin flip here momentarily. They flip the coin there. Looks like Skyline won. They're asking Skyline what they want to do. This is the 61st edition of the Battle of the Rock. Skyline did win last year. They actually snapped Olympus' 7-game win streak in this rivalry. Skyline in white won the toss. They're going to defer to the second half. Looks like they're going to defend the north goal off to our left, and Olympus will defend the south goal off to our right.
These two teams, 30, 29, and 1 over 60 years. I mean, it can't get any more even than that. Olympus with the edge.
Skyline looking to tie it up tonight. Olympus coming out on the field. They opened with a resounding win. They went to Cedar Valley for their opener last week and won 49-14. And Riley, as a coach, when you win big in the opener, you don't have to show everything. You can hold some things back. Keep it simple. Keep it vanilla. Don't put anything on tape for your Week 2 opponent to see, especially if Week 2 is a rivalry game.
Well, and Casey Evans runs the wing T offense. He likes to say that he's multiple and that he likes to run lots of different formations. But the truth about it is, and I heard this from Ed Larson, who won 3 state championships at Lehigh over the past few years. He said, look, when you're coaching with somebody that's a single wing or a wing T coach, when things get rough, they go back to their default setting. So he may want to be multiple, but when things get rough, you'll see they'll go back to the wing T.
And Sierra are here taking great care of our student athletes.
If you recognize the name Casey Evans at Olympus High, played for the University of Utah, early 2000s. With his connections there, able to get Urban Meyer to speak to the team a few days ago.
I mean, you're talking about Casey Evans. You're talking about Steve Tate. Mm-hmm. What was that guy that's in the Hall of Fame for Utah? What's his name? They were all there at the same time, right? I mean, these are some good. Yeah, I mean, he came from those teams that were unbelievable at the University of Utah.
Skyline coached by Brandon Matich, 15 years at East, 4 years at Park City before that. This is his first year at Skyline. All right, we're about ready to go. Olympus, since Skyline deferred, Olympus decided to go ahead and take the ball. The flag off to our right behind the end zone is blowing pretty good. Looks like the wind's blowing from left to right and from left to right as you watch it on TV and from the far sideline towards the near sideline. So, all right, for Skyline, They have a new kicker this week. Matthew Payne kicked the field goal last week, handled the kicking duties. Josh Pennick, the student body president, has joined the team, wearing the traditional kicker's number 79, Riley.
Hey, listen, it's funny because Matic was talking about recruiting a guy just this week, and I was like, oh no, I don't want to hear the story. He's like, he's the student body president.
Yep.
And so they got him right out of the office, brought him out here to kick off the ball. Looks like he's left-footed.
Well, let's see if he can put it in the end zone and give him a touchdown to start the game. That ball drifting a couple yards deep into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the student body president does his job to start that off with our first Skin Science Institute kickoff of the game, a touchback, and Olympus will take over 1st and 10 at the 20.
And a nice kick there by the student body president. I'll tell you, when you have a guy that can kick the ball in the end zone, it's always a tool because your heart can rest a little bit as a coach that no big plays happen on that kickoff.
Keep your starters off the kickoff cover team, put
Yeah.
the backups out there. Don't make a starter.
Put the boosters' kids on that so they can't be mad that their kid's not getting playing time.
First carry goes to the senior, George Steenblick there over the right side. He'll pick up 3 yards, 2nd and 7 at the 23.
He's second down, 7 yards to go for the Titans.
Preston Farron, the quarterback, watching him in warm-ups, he has a big-time arm. He can really sling it.
2nd and 3, hand off. They'll run it again. And a good gain out across the 30.
Up the middle for a gain of 8 by big number 20, Easton Zito for a Brim Properties.
Easton Zito, 5'10", 215-pound senior, crashing across the 30-yard line for the first down.
He's your high school prototypical fullback, just bruising down the middle right there. They're going to stay in this wing T. Strong right if you're the defense.
Quarterback keeper, trying to sweep around the left side. Nothing there. How about Skyline getting upfield there, Riley?
Yeah, that was big.
Lost 2 yards.
Big. We talked to Brandon Matic before the game, and you can see that these guys are trying to play assignment sound football, right? They've got to stay in their lanes. They've got to make sure that they stay in their gaps against this wing T defense or this wing T offense. And if they don't, it could be a long night. If they do, it could be a good night for Skyline High School.
Loss of 2, 2nd and 12. And all the way across the field, but a short gain on that completion. Kempton Rice.
Captain Rice for a gain of 3.
Named Rice has been around here at Olympus for a few years.
Just a few times.
His dad is Lance Rice, former Olympus quarterback, former University of Utah quarterback.
I mean, basically an Olympus legend, right?
Mm-hmm. And then you go back to Lance's grandpa and Kempton's great-grandpa, the donation that created Rice Stadium and now Rice-Eccles Stadium for the University of Utah. Going to throw it on 3rd and 9. Over the middle, incomplete, behind the intended receiver, the senior Kempton Rice. Takes the hit going over the middle, but had no way to get back to that ball.
So that brings up 4th down. First opportunity to see what happens on special teams. If you're Skyline right now, it wasn't a 3 and out, but you feel good about flipping the field a little bit with field position here.
Olympus to punt it away here. Picked up a first down, gained a little bit of field position. And that's a short, low kick, but end over end. It's going to roll inside the 40, not returnable, down at the 39-yard line. That's a punt of 28 yards, no return.
Well, what's the phrase that Tiger Woods used to say? It's not how good your good shots are, it's how good your bad shots are. That was a bad punt that still went 28 yards downfield. So you'll take it. It wasn't beautiful, but you'll take it.
Well, it does prevent a return and a big play. 28-yard net might be a little less than you want in high school. You probably like something closer to 35, but if you're not giving up the big play, that's a win. Skyline taking over now. Their first possession here in the Battle of the Rock. And they're going to run it right up the middle.
Jonah Miley.
Ran for over 1,200 yards last year. Had over 1,500 total yards when you add in the receiving yardage. So they just run it right at him, pick up a 3, and we will be seeing a big dose of Jonah Miley throughout this game.
University of Utah commit. Great football player, great young man as well.
They're going to throw it on second down, over the middle and almost picked off. Sam Brown coming across the middle, almost had a pick there as Tate Johnson threw that into a little bit of coverage.
Well, Tate Johnson has come into this season. He's got a big personality. He's got a big arm. The players seem to love him. That play right there, they've documented it. They think the middle of the field is going to be open. They tried to do it there, and he almost threw an interception to start the game out.
3rd and 7. Johnson handing off. It's Miley, but they get him running sideways and bring him down for no gain. Never let him turn upfield.
Well, good penetration by the Olympus defensive line right there. You know, I always look at the trenches early in the game, both offensively and defensively, and right now it felt like defensively during that series, the Olympus team was definitely on the other side of the ball. Great penetration. It's hard to run power if they're getting penetration like that.
4th and 7, Skyline to punt it away. Matthew Payne with a good kick inside the 20. Big hop, fielded at the 18-yard line by Rice. Crossed the 30, out close to the 35, and Olympus gets a little field position back there. Let's take a break. Olympus second possession. When we return here, the Battle of the Rock is scoreless.
So now he decides to exercise. Yes, this was the best angle.
Life can get a little messy.
No way. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Best day ever.
Some taps create chaos.
No.
Tap Spend gives you 1% cash back when you spend and 2.75% APY when you don't. Tap responsibly. Visit tapbank.com.
1st and 10 for Olympus. They're trying to run around the Skyline defense, and that's not going to work, Riley. They're dragged down for a loss, a big loss. They're behind the chains here, 2nd and long.
Early in the game, Skyline's been impressive sideline to sideline. Where Olympus has found a little bit of wrinkle against this Skyline defense is finding the wrinkles in the middle of the defense. But so far, they've tried what I call a little zombie route, a little bubble route. They've tried a sweep, and they just haven't had a lot going on either one of those plays.
Fake the handoff, in trouble, breaking tackles and getting back across the line of scrimmage there. That was a dicey moment, but Preston Ferran, the quarterback, made the most of it. Got out to the 31. It's 3rd and forever, though, 3rd and 14.
Well, and Preston Ferran showing how athletic he is. A little bit of a busted play. Pretty well read by Skyline. Just wasn't able to make the tackle on Preston because he was so athletic, and he got a few yards out of that. But, man, 3rd and 14, there's not a lot of great play calls for this.
Well, it could have been 3rd and 20 if you handled that so well. So got him a few yards. He's going to throw. He's got good protection. And broken up, breaking on the ball and getting the deflection. Good play right there for Skyline defensively by Adam Frederick.
Well, that was actually a fantastic break on the ball because Preston Ferran put some zip on that. And Frederick was able to just come up and make a big-time play to get them off of the field. That would have been close to the sticks for a first down, but it was a great play by Preston Frederick.
Olympus, 2 possessions, 2 punts. They will kick this away. And this one across the 45. Another good roll inside the 40, inside the 35. It's going to roll dead at the 34. A 35-yard punt, no return. We'll take a break. Skyline's ball when we return. Olympus scoreless. A little less than 7 minutes to go in the first period. 1st and 10. They're going to throw it to the far side. And it's a completion. And, Riley, we have heard about Will To'olo here. The senior started his high school career in Texas, now here in Utah. And a lot of potential with him as he picks up 4 yards right there.
Big-time athlete, big, strong kid. Played at South Lake Carroll in Texas. A few of us have heard of that school.
So good. They've produced a lot of quarterbacks at that school. Going to make that a 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5. Did they go back to Jonah Miley here? Yes, they do, up the middle, and he's going to get stacked up there. Jonah Miley is actually our Trucordia player of the game, the player to watch tonight. And Riley, Jonah Miley has just been outstanding.
Yeah, he has at Skyline. He is one of the better running backs that they've had for a number of years. He's got great balance. He's got that forward lean that you love as a running back. And just watching him play, he just has great balance. They're going to try and get him the ball in space. They're going to try and get him the ball up the middle. They're going to try and get him the ball outside because he's that kind of football player.
3rd and 5. Going to pull it down and run for it, and Olympus closes quickly. That's a 2-yard gain for Tate Johnson as he scrambles. It's going to bring up 4th and 3 for Skyline.
So good coverage by Casey Evans' defensive backs. You would kind of expect that from a defensive back as your head coach. Not giving Tate Johnson much room to scramble. Did what he could to get a couple of yards. Looks like 4th and 4. And they're bringing out their punter for the second time.
So both defenses getting a couple stops to start this game midway through the first quarter. Payne to punt it away, high in the air, lands at the 26, takes a big hop, fielded at the 15 by Rice, up the sideline to the 20, out at the 21. Oh, the bench for Olympus wants a flag for a late hit. He was out, and there is the flag. So they're going to pick up some field position.
I don't know if they're mad at the coach or they're mad at or if they're going to give it to the player because that was a late flag. I don't know who they're going to give it to there.
Well, they're huddling up. We will keep it here and see what they're going to do. Yeah, it's going to go against Skyline. We're back in a moment. Stay with us. So the 15-yard personal foul for the late hit out of bounds. First penalty of the game against Skyline. We'll have to keep track of that. Moves the ball out to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10. They're going to hand off. They're going to run it up the middle, out across the 40, a 5-yard gain.
Number 20, Easton.
Nothing finesse about that, Riley.
No, right up the middle.
Straight power with Easton Zito.
Wing T offense, lots of beef in the middle of this field for both teams. But when you run the wing T, if you get 4 yards on first down, you're feeling great about life. Because 2nd and 6 is a great play for a wing T offense.
Zito and Allred the backs. Fake the handoff to Allred. Keeper for the quarterback. Preston Ferren, gain of a couple, gets out close to the 45. It looks like he'll bring up about a 3rd and 2 right here. They're going to spot at the 44, so 3rd and 3.
So 4 yards, 3 yards.
3rd and 3.
3rd and 3. I mean, you love that as a wing T offense. You feel like you can get 3 yards a shot in this offense.
Hard to put a drive together, though. You can't have any mistakes, right?
Yeah, but that's kind of what they count on. They love to run the clock. They love to get 3-4 yards in a cloud of dust.
Going to fake the handoff. They're going to throw. Incomplete. A little behind there. Diving attempt there for Will Farnsworth, but he couldn't get to the ball.
And, good pressure by the Skyline defense right there. Number 57, Sia Hosea, who's one of the highest-rated juniors in the state of Utah, is going to have all kinds of offers. And, boy, he really put pressure on the quarterback right there. And that makes a big difference. They were happy to get him last week. I believe he wasn't eligible for the game. This week he is, and he's a difference maker for this Skyline football team.
Olympus, 3 possessions, 3 punts. This one high, lands at the 35. A good hop, fielded at the 25. First return of the night. Out across the 30, and Olympus swarming in there to make the tackle and bring down. Well, we don't have him on the roster here. And it was Winsworth. It was Whitworth. They brought Whitworth down there. So nice return from him. Picked up 6 yards as he opportunistically scooped that up. All right, 1st and 10 for Skyline at the 31-yard line. The defense is dominating here. We've had 5 straight punts. This is Skyline's 3rd possession of the game, 3:12 to go in the first quarter. And they're going to throw it deep, and it's complete down at the 42-yard line. And Skyline gets the big play they've been waiting for. Mikey Riley with the catch.
Mikey Riley was so open right there. He actually looked around 2 or 3 times as the ball was in the air to go, am I really as open as I think I am? Great throw by Tate Johnson. Big play for Skyline. Probably the biggest play of the night for both teams.
And another quick throw to the near sideline. And that is complete. Skyline moving the sticks here.
And Tate Johnson with a nice strong arm. He's an athletic quarterback, but also has some whip on that ball, just like Farron does for Olympus.
Clark with the catch for Skyline. Picks up 7 yards on 1st down. So Skyline moving the ball across midfield. First good drive we've seen in this game. They go right back to the power run game. Short gain for Jonah Miley.
Skyline wants to run the football. They would love to be able to pound the rock a little bit. They just haven't been able to find any seams against this stout Olympus defense so far. Pretty good size up there, especially at nose guard for Olympus. And he's a 2-gapper because they're playing in an odd front, meaning he's over the center and he's got the A-gap on both sides that he's taken care of. And right now, he's the sheriff of that defensive line.
3rd and 1. Oh, did Olympus jump? They get back. Now a whistle, and we've got timeout Skyline. Brandon Maddich calls timeout. We're back with a big 3rd and 1 in a moment. Welcome back to Olympus High School. Skyline Olympus scoreless. Skyline's 3rd possession, our first good drive of the night. They crossed midfield to help with a couple of good pass plays, and they now have a 3rd and 1 at the Olympus 33-yard line. Look at that backfield. Any idea what might be coming, Riley?
I don't know. I mean, Maddich, does he have any experience with the wishbone?
No deception here. Straight power. Miley bounces off. One player has the first down inside the 30. The second effort pays off. He stays on his feet, picks up 5 yards, and converts.
Well, when you look at this replay, this is where you love to watch a running back run the ball, because a guy like Jonah Miley, sometimes a 4-yard run by Jonah Miley is more impressive than an 80-yard run. And that's when you know that a running back is really good, when he can bounce off of guys. And really made a nice play there on 3rd and 1 for Skyline.
First and 10. Tate Johnson away from the rush. Looking right, looking left. Under pressure again. Spins away, loses the ball. And Olympus looks like they have it. First turnover of the game, and the Titans get the takeaway. Cooper Christensen with the recovery.
Pretty loose with the ball right there. Tate Johnson trying to be an athlete, trying to make plays for his team. There really wasn't anybody open downfield. And, you know, I like to see a quarterback when he can see that nobody's open downfield, just get rid of the ball, get back to the line of scrimmage, and let's see what we can do with 2nd and 10. But he's a competitor. And when you're a competitor in high school, sometimes you feel like you can make that play, but he got a little bit sloppy with the ball. Ball came out, and the first turnover of the game goes to Olympus. Those are big. They flip the field. They give you an extra possession. It's a big play for Olympus right there.
46 seconds left in the first quarter. Olympus forcing the fumble. What will they do? They're going to run a reverse. They're going to give it to Rice. Rice trying to get outside and turn the corner to midfield. And it looks like he has a first down as they mark him down at the 46-yard line.
Well, a little trickeration there by Coach Casey Evans.
You get the logic there. The defense is thinking we got to make a big play. We just gave one up. We got to make one and over pursue, run the reverse
against
it.
Offensive coordinators, you call it sudden change. Whenever there's a sudden change, it's sometimes a good time to run some sort of a trick play to get the ball downfield.
We got a player down on the field, and I can't see who it is right against the Olympus sideline. Let's take a break. We're back in a moment. Stay with us in this scoreless game.
I don't know if he's tired.
It's Kempton Rice, who is down on the field. Welcome back to Olympus High. Carried the ball for 11 yards on that reverse. But he got up without any help. It looks now like they're checking his right hand or wrist or forearm, something there with his lower right arm. So
yeah, he was, as he stretched forward a little bit, I did see his right arm go out.
He put the hand on the ground right at midfield trying to keep his balance. So he's out here. The clock has restarted. 30 seconds left in the half. It's an inside handoff, and it's Easton Zito. He has been effective running the ball here in the first quarter. He's down inside the 40. A nice first down game. Enough of this 3 and 4 yards, Riley. Give it to Easton Zito and get 8.
Right, and that was one of those BYU plays where you fake the reverse one way, you fake it another way, and then you come underneath with the fullback handoff. Keeps the defense off balance.
We'll see if they can get one more playoff here at the end of the quarter. 5 seconds left in the quarter. The clock running. They send the man in motion. And there is the whistle in the end of the first quarter. Scoreless game, but Olympus has crossed midfield for the first time. We're back with the second quarter next. Welcome back. Start of the second quarter. Our Trucordia player to watch tonight for Olympus. We haven't seen much of Sam Nada, Haloti Nada's son, committed to Oregon. But Riley, figures before this is all over, he is going to do something, right? Not going to get through a game without something out of him.
On the wing T offense. Tight end is big, but he's more big for blocking. They like to try and sneak him out from time to time.
Not much there on second down. Can Skyline hold here? They've got a third and manageable now.
That snap had a little bit of heat on it. It was a direct snap to the fullback. He just wasn't able to handle it. Now you're looking at 3rd and 3.
Third and 3 at the 39. Still looking for the opening points. Kempton Rice is back in the game now. He's just off the line of scrimmage there on the left side. Direct snap up the middle. Close to the first down, but then driven back. It's all about forward progress. Easton Zito got close. Did he get it?
3 down to the 36-yard line.
Or they spotted it. I think he's going to have it.
Boy, Will Taholo had a
now if they put it down.
Hit.
Where the referee's foot is.
They gave him a nice spot.
I think he has it.
Down.
They might need to measure it. No, they're going to give it to him. Olympus converts. First down. They'll move the chains.
Like I was saying on that play, Will Taholo came in and absolutely blasted the running back at the end of that play. He'll be feeling that one tomorrow.
First and 10, fake the handoff, rolling out, Farron looking, throwing, hit, fluttering, and incomplete. Good pressure there from David Campbell, the senior, getting upfield, hitting the quarterback.
Very fundamentally sound, got his hands up, was able to deflect that ball. Otherwise, I think that's a completion, and they're running down the field. So great play by David Campbell, the senior, who will remember this game for the rest of his life.
Playing the rival.
Yep.
61st meeting between Skyline and Olympus. Inside handoff, and it is Zito again. He's taken down awkwardly there. But he pops up. Give him 4 yards, and it'll bring up a third down now. 3rd and about 6 at the 33. And Riley, you figure you got 2 plays here to pick this up, 3rd and 4th down. You're not going to punt or kick a field goal there, are you?
Especially as a wing T offense, you're going to play 4 downs here. See if you can't get 3 or 4 right here, and then decide what you do after that.
10 minutes to go in the first half. We're still scoreless. Preston Ferran, the transfer. Comes to the near side, and it's Zito, and he's out at the 30. friend is not the transfer. It's Tate Johnson, the quarterback for Skyline, who's a transfer from Mountain View. So sorry about that. Check it. As Bill Markroff said back.
I like the team speed for Skyline High School on the outside throws right now. They're really flying to the football. And, Adam Frederick right there came up again, made another big tackle. And I really like Adam Frederick's closing speed. He's really able to make some plays. And he's doing a great job for Skyline tonight.
4th down, they're going for it. 4th and 4. Throw underneath, short of the marker, and they're not going to get it. The pass is complete, but that is a short game to Sam Nada, who we just spotlighted as the Trucordia player of the game. But they got his ankles, they brought him down, and Olympus will send the defense back out on the field as Skyline takes over on downs. We're back in a moment. Stay with us. Skyline on 1st down, the fake, trying to run around the right side, and really just no way to get upfield for Tate Johnson, and he's brought down for no gain.
Tate Johnson made a little bit of a good move. I thought his first move was the good one where he should have gotten upfield. Then he made one more cut to the outside and maybe ill-advised.
Get upfield and take the yards that are there instead of trying to run around people.
He gets 2-3 yards if he takes that first cut.
Can't help it if a guy watches the Barry Sanders sizzle reel. Come on now.
You probably watch that, get pumped up for the game.
Hey, YouTube makes the old guys young again, right?
It does.
8:25 and the clock moving here in the second quarter. Johnson's going to throw underneath, complete. Oh, and the turf monster makes the tackle at the 26-yard line. They threw underneath to Judavaya there. Whoa, and now we've got a player. Well, we thought it was going to be Chippy. They're going to have to be flags for this. Coming into the bench, Taholo. Now his helmet is off. He was in the Olympus bench. He's being pulled away now. And the refs are going to have to sort this out. Did you see Taholo go into the bench? I didn't see how it happened.
I didn't see how it happened.
Did he run into the bench? Did he get into the bench? They're setting a bench up as he came flying there.
His helmet is down there by the bench. It looks like they're giving it back to him over there.
Taholo's going over to the far sideline, talking to Coach Madich. The refs are huddling. Are we going to have the classic offsetting penalties here? I got to say live, I didn't see what started it. I assume he was the receiver. He's blocking downfield 10 yards in front of the play or something. Whatever happened. The Olympus bench came alive.
Yeah. They were pretty excitable and pretty excited about this. This is what we talked about at the outset of the game. Like in these rivalry games, you got to be able to keep your head when things aren't maybe going your way or you feel like something's going wrong.
Fans, welcome to the game tonight. Our PTSA. They can always use your support. Your donation helps keep.
It's a long conversation as they sort this out and try to figure out who started
Student awards and senior last night graduation party. 100% of your donation.
I thought the level of activity in the bench, there has to be a flag.
Right.
And if you need a great Olympus
whether
the PTA has blankets
it's
for
on
sale. Grab one. Stay
Taholo
and
with the helmet
Olympus
off
at the same time.
Okay. Unsportsmanlike
These
against Skyline.
blankets will be delivered by Hometown and visit PTSA booth tonight near
Looks
the
like
concession.
that's
Or
it.
buy online at olydrive.com. Thank you, PTA.
Okay, now we're getting ready to
And
pace
at the
this off
end of
now. This is really going to turn the town a distance. It was going to be 3rd and 11, but with a dead ball personal foul, they're going to march that one all the way back from the 28 to the 13. The 15-yard penalty turns it into 3rd and 26.
I know just the play to call.
That's good. I was about to ask the former offensive coordinator. How many schools are you offensive coordinator at?
Let's see. Snow College,
Cottonwood,
and Alton.
and Alton.
Yep.
And I stood behind you. That's now 2 penalties for 30 yards on Skyline. I stood behind you one night on the sideline at Cottonwood. You were coaching. I was covering the game. And I heard you on the headset say, 220 yards at halftime. We are the most undisciplined team in the country. And I was coming down to say hi to you, and I thought, I don't think Riley's in the mood for small talk right now. I just turned around and headed the other way.
I actually know which game that was. There was a lightning delay,
Cypress,
and it was Cypress.
Yeah, it was lightning delay.
And we were the most undisciplined team in the country that night.
You were so upset. I was like, I don't think I'm talking to Riley right now. Got to pick my spots, and this is not the spot.
That's frustrating when that's going on.
All right, 3rd and 26. You just run it here, punt the ball.
You don't want to make a mistake deep in your own territory.
They are going to hand off, run the ball. Jonah Miley out to the 15. Down he goes. Ball's out, but I think he was down first, and he was. So that'll bring up 4th and forever, 2-yard gain. So 4th and 24, and Skyline will punt the ball away, and Payne will come out one more time. You could really see as the referees were huddling there, the wind whipping their pants. And now the wind right now is moving left to right. Skyline is punting the ball into a really stiff wind, which I think is why we saw the punts we saw from Olympus. Right? The low line drive, keep it down out of the wind. And here it is, end over end, count on the roll across the 40, across midfield. It's going to end up being a good punt into the wind. And Olympus will take over at about the 46-yard line. We're back in a moment. The game's still scoreless, 7 minutes left in the first half. Well, Olympus has good field position here. They did not have good field position early in the game, but they really flipped it by forcing that turnover late in the first quarter. We're still scoreless. We see if they can cash in on the good field position here. Back to the wing tee. And it is a short gain right there for Beckham Allred.
Skyline's David Campbell with the tackle.
David Campbell with the tackle for the Eagles. 2nd and 8.
Skyline doing a great job getting off the ball. Number 73, Putti, who's a freshman, came off the ball like a rocket on that play. It really kind of wreaked some havoc, causing that play not to get as many yards as it could have.
2nd and 8, they're going to throw deep and a little too far. A little separation down there for Will Farnsworth, but the ball falls incomplete.
Will Farnsworth. Incomplete.
3rd and 8 for the Titans.
You know, when you're, I don't even care if you're in the pros, but high school, like, wind can really play tricks on you as a quarterback trying to throw the ball. He was trying to put that ball where it was supposed to be. It was a nice throw.
But the wind at his back, it's overthrown.
Right. Yeah. So it's a little bit tricky when you're a high school quarterback to throw in the wind.
3rd and 8 at the 48 for the Titans. Barron throws complete inside the 40-yard line. First down, Sam Nada. Our Trucordia player of the game, the player to watch, with a big conversion on 3rd and 8.
Well, that was a nice route and a nice catch. I can't tell what's going on with him right now. It seems like something's in his eye or something's really bothering him. He came out the field and they've had to replace him. That was a nice throw and a nice catch. Big first down conversion right there.
Olympus with an opportunity here to get some points before halftime as this one remains scoreless. Farron, hands off. It's Easton Zito again. Some punishing runs from him.
Handoff given to number 20.
He's down inside the 35. That'll be a gain of 4.
Now Olympus putting together a nice drive. 5 minutes to go in the half. But finally starting to move the ball efficiently on this drive.
First and gain of 3 on the run, brings up 2nd and 7.
He marked the ball at the 35, so 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7 for Olympus. Not as back in the game, whatever was going on. He's in the slot on the left side. Rice is in the slot, now he's in motion. They fake the handoff to him, straight ahead, inside the, down to the 30. Farron picks up 5. And Gives him 3rd and 1.
Jack Frederick, number 11, the senior outside linebacker, really read that and came across the field and made a great tackle. It was a pretty good gain by Olympus, but you'd like to see that discipline from your linebackers if you're Skyline.
.444 left in the first half. We are still scoreless. The defenses have been dominating, but Olympus has a chance here. Look at it, 3rd and 2. And they've got the first down to the 25-yard line. It's all red. And they grind out another first down.
That's the Titans' first down.
Well, this is where, end of the second half, your conditioning, your ability to keep on blocks and to stay disciplined on the defense, all those things really start to matter in football about this moment in the game.
1st and 10 for the Titans. Farron to throw, down the near sideline. Overthrown in the back of the end zone, trying to find Will Farnsworth.
Will Farnsworth, incomplete.
Well, and guess who on defense? That was Will Tahalo again. Now they move him all over the field. He's at safety, he's at linebacker. He was one-on-one at cornerback there. They really move him around to where they think the ball's going to be defensively. And that was a pretty good defensive play by him on that play.
And big-time athlete. He's playing receiver on the other side of the ball.
Right.
2nd and 10. Farron fakes the ball to Rice on the end around. Throws. Trying to find Nada, and it's overthrown, and it's going to be 3rd and 10.
Well, the defense for Skyline right there, they really sniffed that out. It was great coverage by, I believe, Adam Frederick. We're calling out a lot of Frederick names right now. That was a nice...
There's 2 brothers, and they're making a lot of plays.
Right. They're both making plays. The Fredericks are doing great right now.
Under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter here. 3rd and 10. They just converted 3rd and 8. Rice and Nada. Inside receivers to the left. Look at Rice underneath, and he's not going to be able to get rid of the ball. Farron's going down back at the 35-yard line. A big sack for Skyline High. Andy Paiva with the sack. See a Hosea in there as well.
Andy Paiva is a load on defense. Hosea is a load. They've been getting after the quarterback, and on 3rd and 10, that was a huge sack of about 10 more yards, and now Olympus is going to have to punt, where perhaps you could have had a chance at a field goal there.
And now we've got a timeout. All right, we'll take a break. Olympus will punt it away in a moment. Stay with us. Olympus punting the ball away, down inside the 5 and down at the 1. Isaac Nelson's punt is perfect. A big hop, perfect for special teams. Oh, they're saying his foot was on the line. They're going to move the ball out to the 20.
Inches, game of inches.
That's why you put it down at the 2-yard line so you don't flirt with that, right?
Yeah,
an extra yard isn't worth it.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
His foot touched the line. What a break for Skyline. Well, now they're discussing it. Now they're going to put it at the 1. I think it was a classic. One guy at the touchback, another referee had it at the 1. They're going to put it at the 1. That is why you don't down at the 2, Riley. Just be precise and take every yard and set yourself up for a safety in a scoreless game.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I have a cliche for every occasion, Riley.
Well, there's a lot of them, and you know a lot of them. This is always a little bit uncomfortable for me as an offensive coordinator because you want to give yourself just a little bit of room. But I'll tell you one of the things I like to do down here. You get the ball out to the 5 on a run right here. I like to go out and up and take a shot down the sideline.
Brave man throwing out of the end zone on a holding penalties of safety.
Can't really hurt you. You throw it quickly. It's a 3 and throw. And typically a defensive back isn't thinking out and up at this part of the field.
Jonah Miley wants a handoff. He wants to go 99.
Uh-oh.
And it
Safety.
looks like it's going to be a safety. A little issue there with the snap, and that is enough for Olympus to get the safety. So we have our first points of the game. It was a scoreless game. The defense is dominating. Naturally to be a defense that scores first.
Well, and I think that was a miscommunication on the snap count because nobody moved except for the center. The quarterback seemed surprised that the ball was snapped and then had nowhere to go once the ball was snapped. I think that might have been on the center for snapping the ball on one. I think they were going hard count because a hard count doesn't hurt you on your own one, right? Half a distance to the goal when you're on the half-yard line doesn't matter. So you go hard count, and I think everybody was going hard count except for the center. And so that becomes a difficult play.
Well, we have our first points. 3:12 to go in the first half. Let's take a break. We're back in a moment. Back to Olympus High School. Look at that view, Riley. Look at those mountains right there.
I'm not sure that there's one bad stadium in the state of Utah along the Wasatch Front. Like every single stadium. I mean, this is spectacular.
There's so many.
With Mount Olympus.
When this game's at Skyline, it's spectacular. Brighton has spectacular
You go
views.
over to
Just
Cottonwoods
unbelievable.
Field, it's
Cottonwood's
spectacular.
great. You can go way north to Weber, though.
Yeah.
Weber's outstanding.
You can go to Logan.
Yes.
And you go to Ridgeline High School, and you're nestled right up against the mountains. I mean, it's...
Logan has a classic field right up against the school, an old school, an old stadium.
It's got they got the little Logan Canal that runs right through the campus. I mean, there's so many cool stadiums in the state of Utah, but this stands toe-to-toe with any stadium in the state of Utah.
You coached the Kerns for a while. They're actually up on that bluff. We're looking out over the city, up to the mountains. That's a great view. All right, it's a free kick. They're going to go ahead and tee it up here. And student body president who just joined the team, Josh Pennick, puts his left foot into it, sends it down to the 29-yard line. They will run it back from there, out close to midfield. Pretty good field position here for Olympus. Tennessee Taylor on the return.
The kick to the 47-yard line. The Titans.
So Olympus is going to take over at the 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Again, good field position.
Yeah, and you like what's going on here. 3 minutes to go. You just got a safety. You got a little bit of momentum. See what you can do.
Skyline D needs to come up big here. You don't want to, if you're Skyline, this game's been so close. You can't go into the locker room down 2 scores. But nonetheless, 53 yards away, that's what Olympus is looking at. All red. Tried up the middle, bounced it outside, doesn't get anywhere, actually loses 2 yards, 2nd and 12.
Tackle made by Skyline's number 6, Xander Mattinson.
Check scores from around the state here. They're brought to you by Utah State University's Huntsman School of Business.
Go Aggies.
I knew I could count on you. Farron's going to throw, and he's got nada, and he's close to a first down. I think they're going to mark him just a little short. But 2nd and long, you like that. 11 yards on 2nd and 12, 3rd and 1. You got a chance.
Beautiful catch by Nada, showing his length, showing why he has offers from Oregon. That was just a great pitch and catch right there.
Your job is to identify the Trucordia player of the game. You can usually go with the Oregon recruit and think you've made a pretty good decision.
Who chose that? Was that you, David?
Well, they put Captain Obvious in charge of it. I went with the Oregon commit. Minute 50 to go in the half. Already in motion. Farron keeps. Farron close to the first down, but I don't think he has it. Judging by the linesman on the far side. And now we got a player down. They're going to stop the clock, and I think we're going to get the trainers out on the field, or is he going to get up? It looks like is that Paiva?
It is.
Yeah, he is up. All right, we'll keep it right here. He's going to stay in. Everyone's staying on the field. It's 4th and 1. And with 1:34 left in the half, Olympus is going to go for it.
Or
now Paiva leads. Or they're just going to try to draw him off, or they're going to hit him with a quick kick and try to pin him deep again.
One of those two. They're going to try and draw him off, or they're going to do a quick kick.
You do not believe they're going to run a play offensively and try to pick up the first down.
Just a little close. I mean, giving them the field.
Minute 20.
Some of their best field position.
Minute 20. Zito hit, stop. Skyline gets the stop, and they'll take over on downs at the 45-yard line. All right, Skyline with a chance to score before the half. We'll get to that next. Stay with us.
Your whole life, you woke up before the sun and worked hard so your family could have the things they want. Everything was going great until one night when you were hit by a drunk driver. Now you're out of work, bills are piling up, and you're worried about your family. As Utah's original personal injury law firm, our team at Robert J. DeBry will get you the settlement you deserve. Not sure you have a case? Dial the number with all the 8s.
Do they take a shot here, Riley? 1st and 10 after the turnover on downs.
I don't know, but look for them to throw the ball.
They're going to throw it.
They've had some.
Tate Johnson is not going to throw it. He's down. The ball's out. No fumble. He was down before he lost the ball. But nonetheless, a big sack for Olympus.
Tate Johnson looking downfield. Didn't feel that blitz from the backside coming. Wasn't able to get rid of the ball. That's a big sack for Olympus. Both defenses have been playing lights out tonight. You got to give a lot of credit to both defensive coordinators. Doing a great job of just keeping these offenses in check.
Sam Brown, the senior captain, with the sack. We got a timeout on the field with 51 seconds left in the first half. And now it is 2nd and 21 for Skyline. We'll have that when we return here at Olympus High. 21. Skyline is going to throw deep, complete at the 41st down, a 26-yard completion. DeHolo over the middle, moves the chains when it seemed like there was no chance that would happen.
Big time throw, big time catch. Clock stops for just a second to move the chains.
Johnson spikes it, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. He stops the clock with 43 seconds to go.
Ball stays at the 40-yard line.
Great catch over the middle by Will DeHolo. Did a little bit of half roll action there. Tate Johnson with a nice throw, just with a great pass down the middle, and DeHolo was fearless over the middle there for a big catch. Now you got to wonder, if you can get inside the 20, you can get a field goal here.
43 seconds. They have one timeout. Clearly, they're saving that to get the field goal team on the field.
Right.
That's why they burned it down there to stop the clock. Got to figure DeHolo is the target here. Johnson throws again over the middle and through the hands of the intended receiver, and they did not go to DeHolo. It looks like they were headed for Will Black over the middle.
Will Black will want that one back just off his fingertips. He was open, and he actually had some running room if he got that ball. Pretty good throw by Tate Johnson.
Now remember, Skyline is going into the wind here, and it is a really strong wind. Right here is a 57-yard field goal. You got to figure with this wind, they got to pick up 25 yards to kick a field goal.
Yeah, they got to be inside the 15 really to be able to even attempt a field goal here.
You don't like anything outside of a 35-yard field goal as long as you want to try in this wind. Johnson to throw again. Over to the sideline, complete, but short of the first down marker. It's a 9-yard gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Nice route, nice catch by Winston Clegg over there on the sideline. It'll stop the clock, which is big, but it is 4th and 1.
4th and 1 for the Eagles.
Just short of the first down there.
He had to come back to the ball there. He ran the route deep enough to get the first down. And
but as a receiver, you're taught to keep coming back to the ball on that comeback.
If you don't, you give the defender a chance to cut in front and either break it up or intercept it. So you got to
catch the
ball,
ball, get out of bounds.
Come meet the ball. Coaches scream that in multiple sports. 4th and 1, big play here for Skyline, and we got a whistle. We have timeout, Skyline. All right, 4th and 1 when we return to Olympus High School with Olympus leading. 4th and 1 for Skyline. The QB sneak, the big push, and a flag. Someone line up in the neutral zone.
Sign pointed offsides on the defense.
Skyline bench is jumping up and down. They saw what you saw. I also think with the push, he got it. But you'll take the 5 yards instead of the 1. 30.6 seconds. There's the signal. Yes, offsides against the defense. All right, now at the 25-yard line, this would be a 42-yard field goal into the wind, so you got to figure 10 more yards. One more completion for 10 yards. You got 30.6 seconds.
See what Coach Matich has to draw up right here.
It's this. It's this.
The Olympus coaches are mad that the clock hasn't started.
But the clock was stopped before the penalty, so I think
And there's the quarterback keeper, and a big gain right there for Tate Johnson. Now the clock is running with 20 seconds to go. He picks up 9 yards, and they'll spike it. Stops the clock. 14.8 seconds left in the half. So it's going to be 3rd and 2.
Rams have 2nd and 3rd.
So I think you have a chance to really take 2 shots at the end zone is all here.
You got a time. Oh no, you're out of timeouts now.
You're out of timeouts, so you got to take shots at the end zone.
Or throw to the sideline.
Yeah.
But can't take a sack. They're going to take a shot to the end zone. Oh, incomplete. DeHolo up high. Got a hand on it for a second and couldn't pull it in. 9.5 seconds to go.
That was the perfect spot to put the ball, DJ. That was.
It's either going to be caught or incomplete.
Yes. That was a great throw by Tate Johnson. Your guy catches it or nobody does, gives you a chance to score a touchdown. Now it's 4th down. They're going to go for a field goal.
4th and 2. They're lining up for the field goal. What a gutsy time for a fake, right? It's a 34-yarder. Josh Pennick.
On the field, charge to the Titans.
And we're going to have a timeout. Olympus, they're going to ice him. We're back in a moment as Skyline will attempt a go-ahead field goal. Stay with us. All right, 4th and 2. 9 seconds left in the first half. Olympus leading 2-0. Skyline with a 34-yard field goal for the lead. Pennick's kick is up, and it is wide right. He misses it, and Olympus is apparently going to take the lead to the locker room on the safety.
Well, you like what Skyline did. They gave themselves a chance to get the field goals. Brand new kicker for Skyline. He had enough leg on it, just a little bit to the right there. And so looks like you go into halftime 2-0. I don't know how good I would feel as a coach about that. I mean, you feel great defensively, but don't feel great offensively about that.
Neither offense is going to feel great, so that's a wash. They kneel down, and there it is, the half, 2-0. The safety, the difference at the half. Olympus goes to the locker room with the lead. We're back with a halftime show in just a moment. Stay with us right here on KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app. Welcome back to Olympus High School at the half. Olympus with a 2-0 lead over the Eagles. We have some first half stats here, and as you might expect, the numbers are pretty paltry offensively. Easton Zito leads all rushers in this game. He has 9 carries for 31 yards. And then our Trucordia player of the game for Skyline, Jonah Miley, has been limited. 6 carries, 12 yards. He is a dynamic runner, but an excellent job. I mean, you can see here the file video from previous games. He can tear people apart. To limit him to 6 carries, 12 yards, that is just outstanding work by the Olympus defense.
Yeah, and it's an opportunistic defense, but it's also a defense that plays very, very fast. It actually kind of reminds me of Casey Evans and the way he played defense up at the University of Utah. Fast, really, really good on the reaction, and just really good job of playing team defense so far for Olympus. On the other side of the ball, I think Skyline has done a great job. They've held the quarterback to 4 for 11.
Yes.
Zito's gotten he got loose for a couple of runs in the first quarter, but then they really tightened it up on him. Both of these teams really bringing it on the defensive side of the ball tonight.
Trucordia player of the game for Olympus, Sam Nada. And to your point, again, you got to credit the Skyline defense. Throwing the ball at Preston Farron, 4 of 11 for 30 yards. Now, Nada does have 3 of the 4 catches. 3 catches for 27 yards. The other was a short throw to Kempton Rice for 3 yards. But limit Nada. The pass rush has been good. The defenses have been stout, as you coaches like to say.
No question. I mean, look, those defensive guys for Skyline are as big and as strong as I've seen at Skyline in a long time. You're talking about, you know, a guy that's committed to Penn State. Hosea is supposed to be one of the best prospects in the junior class here in the state of Utah. They're causing havoc, you know, and on the other side of the ball, you got Haloti Nata playing nose tackle, just really anchoring that defense and two-gapping, both A-gaps for Olympus. He's a fantastic player, and you can see him down there. And the big number 0 is playing with emotion tonight for Olympus.
Well, the team's warming up here. We'll be back with the kickoff and start the third quarter in just a moment. Olympus. Welcome back to Olympus High School. We are about to start the third quarter. Two nothing Olympus, thanks to a safety.
Number 84, Liam Perry.
Thanks to a safety, Olympus has taken the first half lead here.
Skyline, who won the toss, deferred to the second half. And then it looks like Olympus has chosen to.
And we got a big return across the far sideline. Miley inside the 20, cuts it back to the 5, to the 2, and Skyline with a big play to open the second half.
Oh, and a flag just came out.
Returned by number 2, Jonah Miley.
I don't know if that's going to be celebration on Skyline. I don't know what that's going to be, but
they turn down to the
we're going to have to watch to see what this penalty is.
2-yard line.
You know, they squib kicked that, and it was almost like Jonah Miley knew that they were going to squib it, and he's right there to catch it. And he showed why he's a University of Utah commit. He showed all of his athleticism right there. He had a great cutback, showed his speed, his strength, his power. Got that ball down to the 2-yard line. We're going to see, they're huddling right now to see what this penalty is.
All right, well, they're trying to figure this out. This is not the first time we've had a penalty and then a long discussion. Skyline had a major problem with penalties last week. 19 penalties, 185 yards. They had 2 for 30 yards in the first half. Olympus had 1 for 5. Unofficially. And they're having a conversation with Skyline's head coach, Brandon Matich. He doesn't look happy. Oh, now he's looking less than happy. Dead ball. against Olympus.
Oh, that'd be against Skyline.
He pointed towards Olympus, though. There's a dead ball against Skyline.
There are 2 penalties on the play.
Offsetting. Did he step out of bounds at the 16? They've got him marked down at the 16-yard line.
Unsportsmanlike on the Titans.
So,
well, they blocked off the penalty from the 1 for 15 yards. How did is one a dead ball and one wasn't? And that's why it.
And then there wouldn't be a. I'm confused by that.
So, well, the only thing I can think of is maybe it was half a distance to the goal against Olympus.
Oh.
And then 15 yards back.
A helmet came off and a kid kept playing, we're being told. That was the problem. And I think you're right about that, half the distance.
That's why he's upset about it. Is like, man, that doesn't seem right. It should be offsetting. But
yeah. All right, Skyline with an opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 16. Tay Johnson's going to throw complete on the far side. And a short gain. Riley, if you can pick up gold numbers on white uniforms now that the sun has gone down, you have better eyes than I do. We may have.
I might have messed it up in the first half. It was hard in the first half for me.
Immediately made by number 16, Kempton Rice.
Kempton Rice credited with the tackle.
And he's playing Ironman football, both
Yes.
sides of the ball as well. Lots of players in this rivalry game playing both sides of the ball tonight.
Going to throw over the middle, complete at the 5, down to the 1, and Skyline has the penalty back, and it's going to be 1st and goal.
And Tate Johnson now about 8 for 11. They're getting up to the line of scrimmage quick. What's Skyline going to do here?
Tush push. Touchdown. Delayed call from the linesman on the far side, but Skyline is in. They're on the board. We will not see the lowest scoring game of our lives. Skyline takes the lead here in the 3rd quarter, 6-2.
Well, and all set up by Jonah Mile's return. It was a huge return, athletic, physical, unbelievable play by Jonah Mile to get Skyline right back in this game.
The extra point is good. It is 7-2. All right, we will take a break. Skyline comes out of the locker room, puts it in the end zone, and takes the lead. 7-2. The kickoff when we return.
Why did I?
Welcome back to Skyline High. We're having some technical difficulties, so we're not able to update the scoreboard right now. So it is incorrect. It was 2-0 in this at halftime. It is now 7-2. With 10:56 to go in the 3rd quarter. So the gauntlet has been thrown down. The Olympus offense needs to do something here.
Skyline, this is a momentum change. This is where you like to see, whether teams have that resilience and that mental toughness that you're looking for as a coach. Be important for Olympus to.
Are they going to run a reverse? No, it's fake. They're going to keep it, and that did not work. Skyline makes a tackle at the 14-yard line. Oh, the kick cover team, well done.
So you can feel a little bit of a change in momentum right now. It's going to be important that Olympus gets some yards here, gets some positive plays here, so they can reverse this momentum just a little bit.
We're back in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back, Olympus High, 1st and 10, down 7-2. They're going to stay with what they know. Keep it on the ground and just keep grinding.
Gain of 5 on the play, carried by number 20, Easton Zito.
Easton Zito picks up 5 yards on 1st down, 2nd and 5 at the 20.
Jack Frederick, the first one on the tackle there again. Zito did a good job of moving that pile forward, but that was a collision between Jack Frederick and Zito.
Quarterback keeper. Straight ahead for a couple yards. Farron's going to pick up 2, make it 3rd and 3.
Out 2 on the play. Ball at 22-yard line, 3rd down, 3 yards to go.
10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Skyline leads 7-2.
What a rare trips formation for Olympus here.
They're going to throw over the middle behind Rice. Incomplete. 4th and 3, and the Skyline defense gets off the field. Olympus is going to punt it away.
I don't know if they would have completed that. That wouldn't have just been a huge collision and breakup. Skyline defense had that dead to rights. That ball was thrown a little bit behind, and maybe mercifully so.
Olympus to punt it away again. 9:39 left in the third quarter. Skyline leading 7-2. And that ball lands short in midfield. It's going to be fielded there. Oh, that is a brave return right there. Pickup of about 5. Skyline will take over across midfield there at the Olympus 48. When we return, stay with us. Welcome back. Skyline with the ball in the lead, up 7-2. Can they take a 2-score lead now? They had to stop Olympus at midfield late in the second quarter. The quarterback keeper, Johnson, runs forward, slides, gets hit. They will that bring a flag. The Skyline bench wants it, and I don't blame him. I thought he slid.
Well, he really did.
Now we have a player down, and we're going to have trainers on the field. Let's take a break. Skyline with a big game, but they don't get the flag they want, but they're driving with the lead. Well, now there is a flag down, Riley, right next to the ball. I did not see it come out. The Skyline bench didn't see it. They were furious. I don't blame them. I thought it was pretty clear that the quarterback slid and the hit came later. I got to admit, I expected to see multiple flags flying right away. It's another long conversation here. He's very close to a first down. Obviously, if the personal foul is given, they're going to be down at the 22-yard line. Trying to sort this out. It's taking much longer than I thought. Personal foul. Olympus.
Call on the Titans.
Takes the ball down to the 23.
All right, 23-yard line, 1st and 10 for Skyline.
3-yard line, 1st and 10 Eagles.
Johnson to throw. Looks right, looks left. Now goes deep to the back of the end zone. Caught. Is he in?
They're saying no.
Across the back of the end zone, incomplete.
That was a great ball and a great catch. I'm not sure that there was a referee in a good position to make that call, personally. That was a perfect throw and a perfect catch. I felt like maybe he dragged his feet in the end zone there. They're not going to get that call.
Heck of a throw by Tate Johnson.
Tate is putting together a nice, efficient night. I think he's about 8 for 12 for just over 100 yards passing right now. That could have been 9 for 12.
Throw over the middle, a little high, incomplete, and that'll be 3rd down and 10 now for Skyline.
Never going to play for the Titans by Oliver Ferguson.
All right, 3rd and 10, Riley. What is the call with 9 minutes left in the quarter, 7-2 lead? The call is to get them to jump off sides.
And they did.
And the flag flies. And
boy, 3rd and 5 is a lot easier than 3rd and 10.
Oh, it's Skyline. Olympus was drawn off.
Interesting.
So now 3rd and 15 is a lot harder than 3rd and 10.
Yes.
See what I did there?
Yeah, I did. I see.
Thank you.
3rd and 15 for the Eagles.
Not your best move.
Oh. Okay. Tough crowd. Although, at this spot on the field, how much confidence do you have in your kicker? The leg into the wind was good. You got the wind at the back now. Now, he missed the field goal at the end of the half. It was wide right, but the distance into the wind was fine. It looked like he could have made a 40-yarder into the wind. Now he'd have it at his back.
Problem is, I feel like it's a little bit circular. I don't feel like it's just straight.
I think you're right.
North to south.
And I think you're right because it looks like the flag's wrapped around the pole a little bit.
Right.
I think that it's swirling a little bit.
So again, a huddle with these referees, trying to straighten things out.
Play clock down to 12. 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Eagles with the ball and a 7-2 lead. In trouble. Johnson loops it over the defender. Over Nada, complete, but Nada runs the play down from behind at the 25-yard line. That was big time right there.
That was a pretty good play. Both the Nadas were chasing that play down. Jonah Miley they were trying to set up a screen. They just weren't able to get it the way they wanted.
Here's a 4th down, Eagles.
I think they're going to attempt this field goal. Bring in the student body president.
Josh Pennick with a 42-yard field goal attempt off the left hash. For a lefty, this is probably preferable. Likely to pull it a little bit. Kick is plenty long enough, and it is wide right again. He's missed 2 wide right. There is a flag. There's a flag down at the 32-yard line. Did they run into the kicker? I mean, the spot was
right by the kicker.
Right by there, yeah. That would take a 15-yarder to get the first down. But they can at least
the kicker wasn't on the ground, so I feel like this might be running into.
Which would give you a chance to kick it again, wouldn't it?
Yep. Personal foul.
Personal foul.
First down.
First down. Wow. Big play, big penalty. Olympus has been largely penalty-free in this game. That is their 3rd here in the 3rd quarter, 3rd of the game.
Well, that is a big penalty.
Massive. You had
first down. Now you're on the 13-yard line. Opens up your whole playbook.
Seven to 2, Eagles' 3rd quarter lead here. 8 minutes to go. Can they punch it in, make it a 2-score lead? He pulls the handoff, keeps it to the goal line. Johnson's in. Touchdown, Skyline.
Well, he's made 2 of those plays right now on what we call the read option, right, or the read zone play. He's pulled it twice. The first time he pulled it, they got the 15-yard penalty because he slid. And, I actually think that was the exact same play, and that time he didn't slide, and I felt like there was a little bit of hesitation from the safety to know what he should do. That makes it really, really difficult because before you got a penalty and then you're by the goal line, Tate puts his head down. Big difference.
Pennick's extra point. is good. 14-2. Skyline now in charge here in the Battle of the Rock. An enormous penalty there, without question, Riley. They had the stop. The field goal was missed. They were off the field. They had the ball down 7-2, but the penalty extends the drive. The Eagles converted in the touchdown. And now 14-2 in a game which Olympus, after scoring 49 points last week against Cedar Valley, has really struggled to move the ball here against Skyline. And the offense, which hasn't scored tonight, obviously the defense came up with the safety. The offense has now got to put a couple big plays or drives together.
Well, the offense for Skyline has kind of awakened and has had a couple of good opportunities to score. One was based on a special teams play. They've been opportunistic offensively tonight. Great kickoff.
Penix having a little issue. He's been wide right with a couple of field goals. He's been money on the extra points and money on the kickoffs.
But, you know, for his first varsity start, I mean, you could expect a little bit of that, but overall, pretty good job.
All right, for Olympus. They need something now. They need a spark. They're going to throw for Rice off his hands, incomplete.
Number 14, Eli Reese, incomplete.
In and out of the hands of Eli Reese right there. I thought that was a great throw. Just off the fingertips. That could have been, you know, a first down confidence play for Olympus to be able to move the ball a little bit. You know, you don't want to panic. If you're Olympus right now, there's 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. But you do want to feel like you're getting some plays put together and moving the ball a little bit. Because so far in this game, it has not been easy for Olympus to move the football.
They're going to push it straight ahead. Nothing fancy there, out across the 25-yard line.
You know, and if you're Skyline right now, you're telling each other, hey, we're still pitching a shutout. That score wasn't on us, right? And so the mentality of Skyline's defense right now is like, hey, these guys aren't moving the ball on us. Let's play with our hair on fire. We've got a 14-2 lead.
You're going to throw it again. Farron behind. Nada almost intercepted. That was a tough play there to try to pick that off, though, with the ball deflected.
You know, there's been some plays there where the ball's just behind Nada. He tried to turn his hips and make a good catch there. Feels a little bit dangerous when you see that ball ping-ponging around in the secondary.
Whitworth got a hand on it, but with Nada having tipped it right in front of him, there was not much time to react there. But it brings up fourth down. The Skyline defense is off the field. The punt return team is out. They've got the ball. They're about to get the ball. They've got the lead. They've got momentum. There's 7 minutes left in the third quarter.
This is where I like to look at the body language on each sideline. You hope as a coach that your kids don't start hanging their heads or complaining or pointing at each other. This is a part of the game where you got to pull together. You got to be together with your friends, with your teammates, play for the guy on the right and the left.
We got a timeout on the field, and we'll take a quick break here. Stay with us. Olympus to punt the ball away. And that is not the punt they wanted. downed at the 29-yard line. That is a 2-yard punt.
Well, it started with a bad snap. Then there was pressure on the kicker. Kicker was just trying to get that off and wasn't able to do much with that punt. Was that about a 9-yard punt? 2-yard punt.
Well, the only thing you can say is when you're dealing with the bad snap and they're coming, it could have been.
You do what you can.
You do what you can. It could have been a touchdown. It could have been a safety.
Right.
It could have been a punt for negative yardage. You do what you can. I was watching an NFL game years ago, and the Hall of Famer Ray Guy punted a ball, and there was some wind in Kansas City, and he mishit it, and he downed his own punt and went 6 yards. If it can happen to Ray Guy,
right,
it can happen to any punter on the face of the earth.
Turns out Ray Guy was pretty good.
Right. 1st and 10. Coming right. Nothing there. The Olympus defense strings it out, makes the tackle, brings Miley down. He just really has not had much space to run.
There's nowhere to go. Sam Nada on that play needs to be careful. He was kind of grabbing on the back of the shoulder pads, and we all know that the horse collar is really important to the safety of high school players now. He didn't get called for it, but needs to be careful because I definitely saw him yanking on that horse collar.
.6:20 to go in the third quarter. They'll throw near side, complete at the 25-yard line, and a gain for Mikey Riley, the senior, hauling that in. 25-yard line. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Going 6 on the catch.
And Tate Johnson, just,
25-yard line.
with the exception of that fumble, which I think was early in the second quarter, playing some good football. He's made some really good reads on the read option or the read zone, and he's made some, really nice passes in this second half.
Play action. Johnson throws over the middle, dropped. Oh, he had him at the 15 for the first down.
With just a titch behind him, but I really thought that was going to be brought in. It's a good read. 4th down. I think you go for it here. If you're Skyline, you're on the 25. Be a 42-yard field goal. I think you got to go for it on 4th and 5 here.
I think that was Will Black, the intended receiver there, but again, the gold numbers on the white jerseys.
Right, hard to see.
You and Brandon Maddich, that was an awesome conversation. He apologized for him, and you immediately thinking like a coach, you're like, yeah, but it'll be great when your game film gets traded. They won't know who anybody is.
That's true.
They're going to go for it on 4th and 5. Johnson floats it to the end zone, incomplete, and Olympus holds. And with 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, they really needed that. They could not afford to go down 3 scores. It'll be Olympus ball when we return. Stay with us. First and 10. Olympus keeps it on the ground. And how much longer they can afford to do this, right? They give the ball to the guy who's been the most effective offensive weapon, Eastern Zito. I get the logic, but at the same time, they're down 12, 5 minutes left in the third quarter, clock's moving.
I feel like there's a lot of time, though. I kind of like it that Casey's not panicking. He's sticking with his game plan. They do need to move the ball better. They do need to mix in some completions here and there, but you do have to be patient. 2 scores is not that far away. The way your defense has been playing, they've been playing pretty good.
Handoff again, nothing there.
But I will say this Skyline defense, we talked to Coach Maddich before the game. He said we have to be really, really gap sound and really, really make sure that we're gap, strong. And I feel like all game long they've done a really good job of protecting the gaps. They got the young freshman in there, Hosea. They got the big fella that's going to Penn State. This is a good defensive line for Skyline.
They're swarming the ball. We need to watch the safeties and see if they're staying deep or if there's a chance for a trick play here. Either an option pass, pitch it back to the quarterback, let him throw deep on the flea flicker. Farron's going to throw deep now, and he's got Rice behind everybody, and he dropped it at the 25. It looked like a big play, and he slaps the ground in frustration.
Well, and Rice has been all over the field tonight. Fantastic football player. Got behind the defense. He will want that one back tomorrow, but he's been playing some really good football tonight. It's hard to hang that one on him, right?
Olympus will punt it away here. 3:55 to go in the third quarter. Skyline up 14-2 is about to get the ball back. And that punt comes over to the near side, flies out of bounds about the 35-yard line. Skyline is going to get great field position once again. Welcome back. In the break, Riley, you had a very succinct comment.
Need to take advantage of these opportunities when you're getting the ball inside the 40.
Skyline can go up 3 scores. I feel like the game is over. I know it's still third quarter. There's a throw to the far side, complete, short gain on first down. I think they picked up about 5. As Tate Johnson fires the ball out to the far side.
Well, you don't mind that play.
Tackle made by number 23 for the Titans, Carabo Nato.
I think he hit Taholo out there.
Yeah, that's who that was.
7-yard gain, 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 4 for the Eagles.
I think it's spotted at the 32, so 2nd and 4. But 6 yards on first down, you can live with that. Keep the clock moving. Johnson to throw to the near side, complete inside the 30. Close to a first down. I think he got it. A little extra effort there. Gets the ball down to the 27-yard line. Good work by Judavaya there, the junior. He's going to have the first down. They had to get to the 28. They're going to spot it at the 27. And as we dip under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, Skyline moves the chains.
On those throws to the flat, those are longer throws than you think. I like the way Tate Johnson's throwing the ball. I tell quarterbacks when I'm training, I'm like, when you throw a ball like that, you got to throw it through them, not to them. Because a lot of times a high school quarterback or junior high quarterback will make the mistake of just throwing it to him and the ball kind of dies on him. Mm-hmm. That was a very, very impressive throw.
Handoff trying the left side of the Olympus line, and they're actually going to lose a couple yards.
Tackle made by senior number 7, Cooper.
Miley, there's nowhere to run. He gets the ball, and Olympus has closed every gap.
They really have. Olympus has played very, very gap-sound defense as well, especially in the run game. Now, they haven't been able to get pressure on the quarterback the way they would want to. There's been some holes that Skyline's found in the defense. But as far as the run game goes, they're forcing Skyline to throw the ball right now.
And Johnson will throw it here, and he overthrows Taholo, the intended receiver.
Incomplete.
When he had him, he was open.
Yep. Tough to roll left, throw across your body. He's done it a couple times tonight, but that one sailed on a little bit. 3rd and 11.
Well, typically when you're working with quarterbacks, I mean, that is a tough throw. But when you know you're rolling to your left, you got to make sure your feet are right so you can throw it. And, we say when we're working with quarterbacks, get your feet right, you'll throw right. And his feet were just a little bit off on that one. He was rolling full speed to the left. Just wasn't quite able to deliver that pass the way he wanted to.
Minute 50 left in the third quarter. Johnson fakes the handoff. Johnson to throw. Overthrown again.
Johnson pass incomplete.
And that'll bring up 4th down. Now this would be a 45-yard field goal. And I know he hasn't had success on these. Pennick's got the leg for it. Do you like your odds better with him from 45? He's been wide right twice. Or do you try to throw the ball and convert a 4th and 11? You're not going to punt it at the 28-yard line, so we're going to take that one off the table.
I think you're going to try and exploit the middle of the field here.
Leaving the offense out there.
Olympus has not been.
We have a timeout on the field.
Now we have a timeout on the field. We'll take a break. 4th down when we return. Big moment right here, Riley. What to do?
Olympus has not been as blitz happy as I thought they would be. Sounded sounded like talking to both coaches that they'd be bringing a little bit more blitz than they have tonight. But Tate,
haven't they gotten enough pressure without really committing a fifth or sixth guy?
I don't think Olympus has.
You don't think Olympus has?
No, and I think what they're trying to do is they're a little bit worried about the completions that have happened, and so they've been dropping. But Tate's been finding the holes even when they haven't been bringing 4, 5, and 6 guys.
But it feels like he hasn't been able to stay in the pocket. Now maybe bring a fifth guy to try to keep him in the pocket. He may not be comfortable there.
They're bringing him now.
Are they? And there's the flag. Got some help from the public address announcer in the booth up here and the statisticians who are reffing the game very well, I might add. They did, in fact, move. Now 4th and 16. Maybe you do punt now.
Yeah,
50-yard field goal, 4th and 16. Ball's back at the 33.
It's been a while since we've seen Skyline's punter. Really want to do what you can to get this ball inside the 20 and out of bounds.
Matthew Payne drops the nose, sends it down. Oh, out of bounds, right about the 10. Let's see where they mark it. Right at the 10-yard line. Olympus has 90 yards to go. When 1st and 10 for Olympus, deep in their own end. They'll keep it on the ground, and there's nothing there in the middle of the line. Oh, late to the ground. They may have just given them a first down. The whistle had blown. I thought the whistle had blown. Maybe it hadn't. I don't see a flag. Do you? You're spotting the ball at the 10.
Wow.
Skyline might have gotten away with one right there. Olympus's offense has struggled to put things together. You don't need to give them any free yardage right now. Make them go 90 yards. Make them earn it. And with 1:04 left in the third quarter, even a 90-yard drive might eat up half of what's left in the game.
Right. Well, especially the way Olympus has been moving the ball, mostly in small chunks.
Throw over the middle, deflected and broken up. Intended for Rice over the middle of the field.
Farron just a little bit off on some of those throws down the middle of the field.
I think George Steenblick got the hand on that.
The ball was deflected, almost intercepted. You know, this is the point of the game where Skyline's done a fairly good job of taking away the run game. Now when you're forced to pass, the defensive line can pin their ears back and come after you. And the DBs can take a little bit of a chance here and there.
Farron for Rice. Overthrown and incomplete. I think Rice might like a flag on that, but
Jack Frederick, I mean, you can tell he's a student of the game. He knew exactly where that ball was going, and he almost got there early. But again, Jack Frederick, his nose is always where the ball is right now.
4th down, Olympus will punt the ball away. 47 seconds left in the third quarter.
And the way the punting's been going, you got to be nervous if you're Casey Evans.
Look at the wind right now. Look at the flag in the south end. It is stretched out. The return man at the 35-yard line might need to move up. That is a good kick. Across midfield, bouncing back inside the 40.
Barnesworth puts down to the Skyline 37-yard line.
Barnesworth with an excellent punt.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
A 53-yard punt at Skyline's ball when we return. Well, Olympus defense really been on its heels. Great field position for Skyline, and Olympus D trying to weather the storm. It was the third quarter kickoff return that really flipped the momentum in this game and set Skyline up for one score. They got a second quick one after that, and so here we sit at 14-2. 38 seconds to go in the third quarter. Skyline looking to shorten the game now for sure.
Oh, they just cannot find a seam.
Nope. Miley made the big return in the special teams game, but The advice is always run to daylight, right? That's classic. That's 70-year-old advice. There's no daylight.
There's
no
no seams. There's nothing there.
How about a crease?
He's doing
anything.
He's doing a great job of running hard. Just not enough push, not enough movement by this offensive line for Syracuse to get, one of those creases that you're talking about for Jonah Miley.
That's the end of the third quarter. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. Riley, we are headed to the fourth quarter. David James, Riley Jensen, the Battle of the Rock, the 61st meeting, 30-29-1. Skyline's 12 minutes away from tying this rivalry up all time at 30-1.
And it's been, right now it feels like Skyline is doing everything that they can to earn this win. It's never easy in a rivalry game. This isn't a pretty game. I wouldn't call this like flowing offense for either team. You might call it great defense for both teams, but this is sometimes how a rivalry game goes, right?
Defenses have won the line of scrimmage for both teams. There's a throw batted in the air. Intercepted! And Nada's going to score! And Olympus defense gets him back in the game with a pick six.
Now that's the kind of momentum play that you're looking for.
Great cut after the interception to get away from the quarterback. Cut it back inside.
It was actually a really good play call. The tight end on the wide pop was open, threw the ball. They got their hands up in the air.
All right, the PAT for Olympus. Rice to hold. Henry O'Neal with the conversion. It's good, and it's a 14-9 game. The first play of the fourth quarter is massive. Olympus on the board. They'll kick off when we return. Sam Nada at the top of the show. He was our Trucordia player to watch. We
How
just
did you
watched
pick
him
that?
with a pick six. I look for the guy Oregon. I got a commitment from. Check the last name.
Brilliant.
Yeah, there are a couple.
Brilliant.
There are a couple clues I stumbled across.
One of the smartest guys I know.
All right, now it's a one-score game with Olympus ready to kick off. The kickoffs are brought to you by Skin Science Institute. We've not had a lot of them in this game. And this one with the wind to the back goes down to the 5-yard line, and now a big return across the 20, the 30, cutting it back midfield and finally brought down. And Skyline's going to have great field position. Really wolfing at the bench there. Really good return there by Whitworth, the junior.
If I'm being honest with you, David, every time I watch a high school football game and there's a big run back, I feel like there's always a penalty. Tonight, Skyline's had a couple of big plays on kickoffs, no penalties.
Yeah.
And this is a huge opportunity. Skyline has had the ball inside the 50 of Olympus, I think, 4 out of 5 possessions in this half.
I think you're right.
They've only come away with 2 touchdowns out of the 5. They really need to take advantage of these opportunities when they're inside the 50 of Olympus.
Skyline with the ball, leading 14-9. Handoff, nothing. Nada's fired up. He got the pick six. He gets the TFL here. That's a tackle for a 5-yard loss, and it's 2nd and 15.
He might be a little fired up right now.
Yeah, I think the adrenaline is beyond pumping.
He wants to win this game. These kids know how important this Olympus Skyline game is to them.
These schools separated by 6 blocks, which they announced to the crowd.
Yeah.
As if someone here didn't know, right? Flush from the pocket again. And maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Beckham Allred with the sack. If it's down, goes down as a 1-yard loss. Tate Johnson scrambling to his right, but brought to the ground. And it is indeed a 1-yard loss. 3rd and 16.
Look, Tate Johnson made an athletic play. I actually thought he was going to get out of that. But, man, what a beautiful defensive play by Olympus right there to come and make an open field tackle on Tate Johnson where there was a lot of green grass behind him.
10:25 to go in the game. Johnson will throw again. Johnson steps up, eludes the tackle to the sideline. Off balance, jump ball, incomplete. Dangerous throw, Riley, but nearly completed.
When it was right in the hands. Great hit to jar that ball loose. And again, another missed opportunity by Skyline to move the ball inside the 50.
Cutler was there to help break that up. So is Nadal. All right, 10:14 to go in the game. Skyline's got to punt the ball away here, trying to protect a 5-point lead.
You know, your partner in the mornings, PK, loved Herm Edwards. Herm Edwards used to say that a punt is a good play.
That ball drifting down. Oh, it takes a big hop for Olympus. Skyline downs it at the 35-yard line. And Olympus will take over there when we return. Skyline leading Olympus 14-9. Titans with the ball and a chance to take the lead. 10 minutes to go. We got a receiver deep. They throw it underneath. It's complete. Midfield, 40, 30, down to the 25. A huge gain. Multiple players wide open. Wyatt Furman with a huge gain.
Wow, you look at this game, if you're Skyline, you basically shut them out offensively. But the score's 14-9 because the defense for Olympus scored 2 touchdowns. That's a huge play, getting them all the way down to the 25.
Handoff, Allred down to the 20. I thought Farnsworth was open deep behind him.
He was, but you know what? You hit number 11, you still got a 50-yard play.
Yeah. Well, as a quarterback, isn't your progression on one of those make the simplest throw first?
It really is. I mean, when you get that streak falling away, that's a you tell your quarterback to peek at it.
From the line of scrimmage, breaking tackles. Zito has the first down. 13-yard line. They'll move the chains. Good run by Zito.
And if you haven't been watching, David, the momentum of this game is completely flipped because of that defensive touchdown by Nada.
Yeah, the momentum is not switched on offensive plays. It's switched on a big kick return to start the third quarter, gave the momentum to Skyline, and then the pick six gives the momentum back to Olympus. And nothing going right there for Allred as he's brought down at the 15-yard line. He loses 2, 2nd and 12. Well, as a play caller, time and score informs you this is not a field goal opportunity, Riley. This is 4 downs here.
Yeah, I think this is 4-down territory. The problem is, if you think about it, there just hasn't been a lot of momentum for this Olympus offense.
Back to Zito.
I think you got to keep pounding it to Zito. I think you maybe go back to a reverse to Rice.
Or Nada on the end around. Nada who's feeling the adrenaline. Inside the 15, inside the 10. So Nada with a nice gain there. Oh, they marked it down at the 9. So
here comes
pick a 6. Pick
heavy,
a 6.
Heavy personnel. They brought in Haloti Nada, number 0.
Timeout Skyline. It's 3rd and 6 for Olympus. So Olympus driving, trying to take the lead. We are back in a moment. Stay with us. All right, Riley, big play right here. 8:03 left in the fourth quarter. Skyline's up 14-9, but Olympus is now in the red zone, and they've got a 3rd and 6 at the 9-yard line. You got 2 plays to pick up 6 yards. You want to take 2 shots in the end zone and just go for it, or run it here with Nada or Zito?
They're going to keep it on the ground. They're bringing in heavy personnel. They're saying, hey, you can't stop us in the run game.
Play action, pull it.
I mean, look, you're asking me as an offense coordinator, or are you asking what Olympus is going to do? I mean, it is student body left right here. They got the whole student body to the left here. They're giving the ball to Zito.
They are giving it to Zito, right up the middle, down to the 5-yard line, maybe to the 4. See where they spot it. The Skyline player is slow to get up.
Again, it's 5.5 yards on the play.
All right, 4th and 1. Here we go. It's going to be 4th and 1. The ball just inside the 5. Zito hit, driven back. I think he got stopped at the 5. Did Skyline just hold? Yes, they're marking it at the 5. The Eagles defense with a massive stop.
Massive.
They'll take over when we come back. 7:28 to go. Eagles up.
Nobody.
All right, Riley, huge sequence here. Skyline doesn't have to score, but they need some first downs. They need to win a field position battle and get away from the goal line.
And DJ, they have not been able to run the ball well. Like, this has not been an opportunity to, and you need to run some clock here.
They're going to throw. Johnson steps up. Johnson gets dragged down at the 1. Olympus already has 1 safety. They are close to a 2nd.
When he's got to be careful with that football. That ball's out far away from his body again. Got to be careful here.
All right, Allred with the sack there. Back it up. They're actually going to give him the 2-yard line. So it's 2nd and 13. You would never draw this game up, but it's a rivalry game.
Yeah.
Skyline Olympus, and sure enough, there's plenty of tension in the 4th quarter. The defenses have been dominating. Special teams set up 1 touchdown. Had a defensive score for the other. We've had a safety trying to run the ball. A little bit of success out across the 5 to 6-yard line.
Nice little bounce run to the outside. Give yourself a little bit of wiggle room after a -3 on 1st down.
That was Judah Valle there, who gets some of the yardage back in the sack. They'll mark him down to 5, so he picks up 3. To your point, clock moving. 6:20 to go in the 4th quarter. But for Olympus, this is what they need. They need to hold here, and then with the punt into a fierce wind, you figure they're going to get the ball back on Skyline's side of the field. Or in plus territory, the new cliche.
Plus
territory. Oh, we got a whistle and a timeout. All right, we'll be back with a big 3rd down. Skyline takes a timeout. Stay with us. Huge play coming up. 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Skyline with the ball, leading Olympus 14-9, but 3rd and 10 at their own 5. If they can't convert here, they're going to have to punt into a really strong wind, and Olympus should have a short field.
A throwing formation.
Johnson from his end zone down the middle, overthrown, incomplete, and Olympus has done it. 3 and out. They force the punt, and they should get the ball back with great field position. Timeout situation with 5:56 to go in the game. Skyline's now out of timeouts. Olympus still has 2. For Olympus, the goal is clear. Got to get good field position out of this, get the touchdown, and then force Skyline to drive down the field with no timeouts.
Now, if anything happens right here, bad snap, anything, you got to just
safety.
step out of the back of the end zone.
Good snap. The punt, almost blocked, gets away. Caught at the 30, 25, Rice, 20, out of bounds. Outstanding field position. Olympus is going to start in the red zone.
Great catch, great run. Rice being real brave with that catch. Those guys that run punts back, they got big hearts. And a lot of courage. And that play right there was a courageous return by Rice.
And they take Rice out of the offensive huddle. He goes to the sideline here. 5:49 to go. Skyline just came up with a big stop in the red zone. Can they come up with another one? Handoff inside. Flag down. Banging forward, Easton Zito.
Handoff given to
Now what
That's
is the
gonna be.
flag? It's thrown not really in the defensive backfield, more by the
Five on the round. There was a color
linebackers.
marker on the field.
Right.
Usually it's the umpire behind him who's keeping the clock for delay of game, and I didn't see anything there. They really weren't downfield yet. I mean, it could be a hold, I suppose.
Usually, don't they throw that into the lineman, though? when they do
Usually,
that?
yeah. Let's see what the call is. Oh, a cut block.
Hands are called for a top block.
All right, that's going to move the ball back to the 23-yard line. And now
First and
Ball
15.
placed on the 23-yard line.
they'll start the clock. 5:41 to go.
First and 15 for the Titans.
So a timely penalty against Olympus.
They had the big penalty that set up Skyline's second touchdown, which right now is the winning touchdown. That's a low snap, scooped up by Farron. Farron rolling out. Farron pressured. Farron's going to tuck and go. Out of bounds at the 20. Maybe picked up 3 yards, second and 12.
Carry. Almost gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Gain of 4 on the run. Ball on the 20.
Clock stops with 5:15 to go as Farron goes out of bounds.
And I mean, at this point, it's 4-down territory no matter what. So you got 3 downs to get 12 yards.
Farnsworth to the left, Rice to the right, all red in motion. Farron rolls, now looks back, throws over the middle. Oh, and he had his man and threw it behind him. Farnsworth was sitting down open inside the 10-yard line. He had the first down if they connect.
Well, he was sitting in the middle of the field wide open.
It's third down for the Titans.
Skyline had
12
gotten
yards to go.
caught in their defensive backfield, kind of flowing with that rollout. The play call was great. Execution just a little bit off. Now you got 3rd and 12. You got 2 downs to get 12 yards here. See what Casey Evans has dialed up on the offensive side of the ball now.
Farron with trips to the right, single coverage to the left, throws underneath, complete, 15-yard line, a great open field tackle at the 14. Farnsworth with a gain on the play.
Jack Frederick with another great open field tackle right there.
That's a 7-yard gain, so now it's 4th and 5.
His father, Nate, was an Aggie, Utah State Aggie, and Skyline alum.
It's 4th and 6.
One of the all-time greats at Skyline. Frederick family has about 7 brothers that played at Skyline. Older brother Paul played with me in the high school all-star game. That'd be Jack's uncle.
We've got a whistle.
Time.
Timeout. We'll take a break. Big 4th down play when we come back.
Of the second half.
Welcome back to Olympus High School. David James, Riley Jensen. 4:22 to go in the 4th quarter. Massive play here. Olympus down 14-9. They've got a 4th and 6 at the Skyline 14. Can they convert? Big play. Farron started right, goes left. Will he run? No, he'll throw. Incomplete, and Skyline has held in the red zone on back-to-back possessions.
And I'm telling you right now, I feel bad. Farron is going to want that throwback because he had all kinds of green grass to just run the ball. Tried to squeeze it in there. It's an incomplete play. Boy, Skyline's got to figure out now, like what can you do to run the ball here to get out of this game? You know, there's part of me that thinks that if you can't get a first down here, it's almost better to take a safety. I don't know.
Then a field goal ties the game.
I know that's the problem. Is the field goal ties the game, right? You're in a rock and a tight. Well, no pun intended. You're battling for the rock.
And
you're in between a rock and a hard place.
All right.
I actually didn't mean to do that.
Your sportscaster license is about to be revoked. You got to be. Really
I didn't
careful.
mean to do that.
4:15 to go. 1st and 10 for Skyline. Deep in their own end. They really need a first down. There's the pitch, and they are going to lose big yardage. Skyline trying to fool Olympus, and Olympus gets upfield. White Furman read that and was in the backfield waiting, staying home and making the tackle.
So Skyline tries a little bit of trickeration there.
7-yard loss.
7-yard loss back inside your 10 where it just makes you nervous, right?
Clock running, 3:45 to go. Skyline's out of timeouts. Olympus has 1 timeout left. Olympus defense had a safety to open the scoring. It was 2-0 at halftime, down 14-2. Nada scored on the pick six. The defense has scored all the points. Can they score again here? Here's a throw to the near side, complete. They rally to the ball, make the tackle at the 14. They basically get back the yardage they lost on 2nd down. So Skyline's going to have 3rd and 10. It looks like at their own 14.
More importantly, the clock's running.
It is running, 3:10 to go.
Ball back on the
Huge play.
14-yard
Can
line.
Skyline get a first down?
Where it's 3rd and 10 for the Eagles.
They have been few and far between in this game. The defenses have dominated. It's 14-9, and Olympus defense has scored 9 points.
3rd and 10.
$2:45 to go now.
Comes the blitz.
Throw over the middle. Oh, deflected. It hung in the air, and nobody could get there for Olympus. That'll stop the clock with 2:38 to go, and Skyline is going to have to punt the ball away. The wind has died down quite a bit. They have been going into a strong wind most of the 4th quarter, but it's pretty calm right now.
You got to get this punt off.
Rice expects a short punt. He's at the 40-yard line. They're waving him back a little bit. He's backed up to the 43.
All these plays are such big pressure plays right now. Good snap.
Oh, it's deflected. Rolling down the line, it takes a Skyline hop and out of bounds, but Olympus is going to get the ball on Skyline's side of the field. They're going to mark it out at the 46-yard line, and Olympus has 2:32 to win this game. Skyline's defense will try to win it. 1st and 10 for Olympus. 2:32 to go in the game. They're 46 yards away from winning it. Throw it to the far side, incomplete, intended for Rice. 2nd and 10, 2:29 to go.
That was actually Farnsworth.
Oh, was
in and out of his hands.
For the Titans.
Boy, that was a safe play, a way to get a first down. I like the play call. Execution, not quite what they wanted.
Right, this is the way a rivalry game ought to end, right? 4th quarter, 2:29, game hanging in the balance.
Well, and if you're a defensive guy, you love this, that the defense is on the field again for Skyline. Man, how many times?
Farron throws it, it's picked! Intercepted across midfield. Another big defensive play down at the 32-yard line.
Intercepted by the Eagles.
The Skyline defense making the play that had to be made. I think it was Adam Frederick disappearing into the crowd there.
Huge play. This defense for Skyline has come up with play after play after play after play tonight. That one is as big as any. And more importantly, it flips the field where Skyline doesn't have to be up against the end zone on every play. They've got to figure out a way to run out the clock. I mean, if this isn't motivation to work on your run game during the week for Skyline, I don't know what is.
Jonah Miley was our Trucordia player of the game. They have not been able to open any holes for him. They're not going to try now. Johnson will step up, float it to the end zone. He's got him in! Touchdown, Skyline!
What
It's
a
Taholo.
scramble. What
It's
a
Taholo
throw.
in the back of the end zone. The kid who grew up in Texas makes a big play here in Salt Lake City.
Well, and each one of these players for Skyline are going to remember that play. Rivalry game, 2 minutes to go. Touchdown down the sideline. I guess if you can't run the ball, just throw it down the end zone. Get a touchdown and seal the game, right?
Well, they hadn't been able to run it, so they took a shot deep. You were talking about big plays. No, not able to get everybody out on the field. The last second they do. Student body president converts the extra point. It is 21-9. Olympus has 2 minutes and 12 seconds to pull off the miracle, the kickoff, when we come back. While we were away, the Skyline student section, you would have thought you were in the Spectrum in Logan back in your days, Riley.
I believe that we will win.
They're pretty bold with 2:12 to go.
Yeah.
21-9 game. But, hey, they didn't want to get ahead of themselves. At Skyline with two big plays. The pick and then the long touchdown pass. And finally, they have a little breathing room. The Skin Science Institute kickoff is into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, that was a great kickoff into that wind that we've been talking about all night.
It is back up also. That was into the wind. The wind had died down, but it kicked back up. And it's blowing out of the north. But nonetheless, that's a booming kick into the end zone. So Olympus will take over, down 21-9 with 2:12 to go. Skyline going to play this a little different, drop a little deeper, try to keep everything in front of him.
I think you got to play a little deeper.
Looks like the free safety here. Well, he was at the 45. Now he's going to move up to about the 36 to the 35. He's 15 yards off, but straight into a back pedal. Farron running, throwing underneath, complete. Across the 30, out of bounds. Rice out of the 34. Pick up a first down, 14-yard gain, stops the clock. 2:05 to go.
That's a Burnt Properties first down.
Farron to throw again. Quick throw underneath. Nada. Stretches the ball out. Oh, they say he's inbounds.
Also a flag down on the play.
Pass complete to Solomon. Nada.
I thought that would have stopped the clock.
I did too. I mean, it's not that we can see the sideline, but I thought he got across it. But the penalty stops the clock with 1:57 to go, and Olympus is backing up. The flag was shown basically the line of scrimmage. Right in the middle of the field. So
I thought that the new rule is this: is you're trying to go out of bounds. If you're moving forward and go out of bounds, then they'll give you the stoppage of the clock. If you're going backwards and out of bounds, is where they don't give it to you anymore.
Personal foul, hands to the face against Skyline. Olympus was backing up. They thought it was going to be a hold against them. That's why the flag was in the middle of the field. A defensive lineman probably put his hands inside somebody's face mask.
Ball down to the
So the ball moves to the 49, so that's a big gain for Olympus.
That is a Burnt Properties first down.
And the penalty stopped the clock, 1:57 to go. But Olympus was just one timeout. They got to score, get an onside kick, and score again. It's a tall order. Farron steps up, stays behind the line, throws to the far sideline, incomplete.
Pass incomplete, the total protected right.
Well, and Farron's made some nice scrambles. He's a very athletic quarterback. He's just not had that touch or that accuracy that you want.
And a late flag across the way. Brandon Maddich was out on the field. I don't know if it's on him or if he was yelling at somebody who drew the flag. That's not clear to me. But the flag, you see it, Riley, it's over by the 43-yard line, only like 3 or 4 yards from the far sideline. Is this going to be on the Skyline bench? Skyline had a real problem with penalties last week with 19 penalties for 185 yards. They had largely avoided them in this game. Both teams have absorbed a couple untimely penalties, but it hasn't been a tremendous quantity.
Right.
But now, well, Olympus is coming to the line. They have not moved the ball yet. Are they going to pick up the flag across the way? And that was clearly a flag on the ground.
Is it a sideline warning, perhaps?
Maybe it's just a warning, not a flag, and they threw the flag. And now they're going over to talk. They're talking to Brandon Maddich, the new Skyline head coach, and now they're pacing off the penalty. It's 15 yards, unsportsmanlike. So to the 36-yard line. So first the hands to the face. Now this, Olympus with one pass, Skyline with 2 penalties, and Olympus down to the Skyline 36 with 1:50 to go. Farron over the middle, underneath at the 30, 25, tackled inbounds though, right on the numbers of the 23. Farnsworth with the catch. It's another first down. They stopped the clock briefly while they moved the chains. 1:43 to go. 2-minute offense, no huddle, hurry up, here they go. No time to waste. They wind the clock and they snap it right away. Throw underneath, complete, 15-yard line, 1 missed tackle down to the 14. That's close to a first down. Clock stops, and Olympus uses their last timeout. We'll take a break. The Titans driving right here on KSL Sports. Skyline 21, Olympus 9, 1:34 to go in the 61st. Battle for the rock. Olympus facing a second and one at the Skyline 14. Farron's got trips to the left to come back to the single coverage to the near side. Steps up in the pocket. It's collapsing. Helmet off. Flags out.
They pulled his helmet off.
So stop the clock for another penalty. Is Skyline going to absorb a third penalty on this drive?
Penalty markers on the field.
Farron's looking for his helmet right now. It's spun downfield, and I don't think he knows. Oh, he's got it back now.
Personal foul,
face mask. That's going to be a first down.
Ball moves half the distance to the goal.
Half the distance to the goal is going to move the ball down to the 7 with 1:28 to go.
Down.
Skyline's already come up with 2 big stops in the red zone. Can they get one here? And even if Olympus scores, they're going to need an onside kick. Now, they are going down the field quickly with these penalties stopping the clock. Right. I mean, they'll have time if they could score and recover an onside kick. If they score quickly here, Farron's going to go to the end zone. He's got a man. Nada. Back at the end zone. Touchdown. Delayed call. Yes, touchdown Olympus. And it's 21-15.
With the delayed calls in the back of the end zone, tough for me to understand.
Tough for me to call.
Yeah, it is a tough call.
All right, the extra point to make it a 5-point game. And it's good. So Olympus, onside kick is clearly coming when we return. Henry O'Neill with the onside kick for Olympus. Loose ball, it's out, it's still loose. Oh, and Skyline finally covers up.
That was a great onside kick right there.
Huge opportunity for Olympus, and they just couldn't quite get it covered.
Recovered by the Eagles on the 42-yard line.
That ball was loose, it was moving around. It was exactly what you want if you're Olympus.
Nato threw himself with reckless abandon in there, and I think he had a hand on it for a second, but with everyone jumping on him, the ball came shooting out the back of the pile.
You should be able to play. You should be able to run the best play in football right now. Victory.
Victory formation for Skyline as the onside kick fails, and Skyline is going to kneel down a couple times, and they are going to get out of here with a crazy 21-16 win.
Can I tell you, this is so stupid as an offensive coordinator. I want my quarterback to kneel at -1, not -5. Why?
Well,
I hate it as an offense coordinator. I lose 5 yards on a play because you're walking backwards. Why does that bug me? Why does that bug me?
Worried about your stats. I
don't know why I'm worried about the stats, but I'm being honest. I'm being honest.
I did check the clock to see if he needed to eat up a few extra seconds, and he doesn't. He doesn't. So I can't go to that. There. Better?
Much better.
Riley.
Why 5 yards? Come on.
How about the numbers that matter? 21-16. The clock is going to run out. A tense fourth quarter, but Skyline makes just enough plays, and they beat Olympus. They win the battle for the Rock for the second year in a row after Olympus had won 7 straight. At the all-time series now, 30 wins for Skyline, 30 wins for Olympus, and 1 tie. Riley.
Doesn't get any more even than that.
It wasn't pretty, but it was, as usual, tense and dramatic.
Well, the second half brought a lot of excitement, a lot of big plays by some of the big players. You saw Jonah Miley run a kickback down inside the 1 yard line. You had Nata with a touchdown catch and an interception for a touchdown for Olympus.
The Titans will be in action 1 week from tonight as they travel south.
Hard-fought battle between two teams that
Westlake High School. Kickoff scheduled for
really want to beat each other.
Well, it was a chippy game. We were told it would be, but they didn't do anything crazy, so there's that. We've had some technical difficulties, so we can't show you the ticker, but just updating some of the other scores around the state tonight. The scores brought to you by Utah State University.
There you go.
And the Huntsman School of Business.
True-blooded Aggies.
Ridgeline, defending state 4A champs, beating Park City 24-9 in the middle of the fourth quarter. They got about 6 minutes to go. Crimson Cliffs, making the long trip up to Provo, has won 31-13. Desert Hills beating Timpanogos 29-13. That game has gone final. Judge Memorial 13-7 winners over Ben Lomond. Highland, region champs over Skyline a year ago here in this region. Highland beating Hunter tonight 36-14. Summit Academy blows out Jordan 45-0. Oh, rivalry game out in the Basin. Union 22, Uinta 21 in the Basin Bowl. Union gets the win over Uinta. The kids from Vernal. Heartbreak. There's joy in Roosevelt tonight.
That's right.
Enterprise beats South Sevier 28-12. North San Pete slipping past Deseret Peak 22-21. Grantsville and Richfield are tied at 24 with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Viewmont blows out Cypress 50-0. Copper Hills 55-7 over West Jordan. Duchesne 69-0 over Cottonwood.
Oh, my Colts.
Yeah, tough times. Gunnison 22-18 over Providence Hall. Emory beats Carbon 41-14. Springville 27-0 over Green Canyon. Layton Christian 21-7 at Snow Canyon. They get the win. Murray blows out Taylorsville 48-0. West routing East 60-0. Now, these big blowouts, there's a mercy rule this year. If you're up 44 points in the fourth quarter, it's over. So a lot of these games were running clock in the third and then done in the fourth. Delta shuts out Miller 34-0. Rigby, Idaho wins at Roy 35-0. Clearfield 46-0 over Kearns. All of these are finals. Juab beats Payson 31-20. Manti 54-7 over Juan Diego. Mountain Crest beating Wasatch 39-15 with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Woods Cross leading Westfield 20-7 headed to the fourth quarter. Davis up on Fremont 56-28 with a minute to go. Kanab 52-0 over North Sevier. Elko, Nevada beating Cedar Valley 25-20. They have 6:40 to go in that game, so that one's hanging in the balance. PG, Pleasant Grove's got a 14-0 lead on Westville going to the fourth quarter. San Juan goes to Beaver and wins big 52-22. Meanwhile, at midfield, Riley, what do we have?
I don't know. Skyline walking out to midfield. I don't know what they're doing.
Olympus has left the field, right?
Right.
They're gone. Oh, they want a picture on the logo at midfield. Everybody wants a picture on the Pineview beats Cedar City 34-30. Keep an eye on Cedar City. They played a wild game and won at Wasatch last week, 29-19. Now they lose 34-30. They're going to be playing a lot of close, entertaining, high-scoring games this year. And speaking of close, entertaining, high-school games, another big rivalry game. Box Elder at Bear River. Box Elder leads 36-34 with 11 minutes to go. I'm pretty sure that one's available on KSLSports.com. You could go watch the end of that thriller. Spanish Fork beats Salem Hills, another rivalry game in southern Utah County. 33-28. Maple Mountain leads Riverton 27-17 with 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Corner Canyon blows out Timpview 40-7, the final at Timpview. Harriman 40-36 winners at Stansbury. Stansbury beat Skyline last week in a 14-10 game. Now they lose a high-scoring game.
We watched Harriman play. Harriman's a good football team.
They are a good team. They beat Bountiful last week. We had that game. Another rivalry game, South Summit routes North Summit, 45-14. That's gone final. Mountain View's leading Twilla 34-13 with 1:21 to go in the fourth quarter. Weber is leading Brighton 38-31 with 2:44 to go in the fourth quarter. Logan goes to Preston, Idaho, and wins big, 49-20. Good win for Logan.
Yeah, over Napoleon Dynamite.
American Leadership Academy, 24-21 lead over Parallon with 4:44 to go. Dixie at Canyon View. Canyon View wins 41-26. Big win for Canyon View. Ogden ekes out a 7-6 win over Bonneville at home. IMG Academy blows out Lone Peak 59-3. Bountiful 35-10 winners at home. Oh, they're leading Farmington 35-10 with 2:29 to go. Mountain Ridge leads Lehigh 42-0. They're going to win that. Hillcrest leads Deer Creek 53-7. The Huskies are going to get a big win. Skyline has won here. Layton defeats Northridge leads Northridge 30-0 with 3 minutes to go. In Southern California, halftime, Mater Dei 17-3 over American Fork. Mater Dei. The Monarchs are a powerhouse in Southern California.
Absolutely.
They usually have multiple USC recruits on their team.
That's a good battle right there for American Fork to battle 17-3 against Mater Dei.
8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Hurricane leads Moapa Valley, Nevada in Nevada 35-14. Panguitch 44-0 over Altamont. Monticello beats Utah Military Camp Williams 68-35. Rich 65-19 over Milford. So there is your scoreboard, brought to you by Utah State University and the Huntsman School of Business. All right, Riley, final thoughts on this one. As Skyline beats Olympus, both teams now 1-1, headed to week 3. For Olympus, they're going to Westlake next, and Skyline has Lone Peak coming in a nasty mood after getting blown out by AMG.
After an early turnover in the game by Tate Johnson, he was sneaky good throughout the rest of the game, had a high passing percentage, had a big throw there at the end of the game to kind of seal it. I think Tate Johnson is the leader of this team. The players seem to rally behind him, and boy, he made enough plays tonight to win in a big rivalry game.
Skyline gets the win over Olympus 21-16. For Riley Jensen, I'm David James. Thanks to Tino for running the camera tonight. We appreciate all of you joining us. We'll be back with more high school football. We actually have one game tomorrow. We'll have that for you here on KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app. Now Riley's looking at me like, don't you know who plays tomorrow? I do, Riley.
I'm not looking at you like that.
Orm's at Sky Ridge tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Watch that game.
Big game.
Yeah, it is a big game. You can watch that game on the KSL Sports app with no college football. Move it to a Saturday. I think football fans from all over the Wasatch Front could go enjoy that, or watch it right here at KSLSports.com.
Plus, I think Orm played in Hawaii last week, so that gave him an extra day to
That's good
recover.
also. That's good also. It's good thinking right there. We'll have games for you again next Thursday and Friday as well on KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app. Hunter and Copper Hills got a battle on the west side next Thursday night I'll be at.
Yeah.
So, all right, that'll do it for us tonight. Skyline gets the win over Olympus 21-16. Thanks for joining us here on KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app.